Hello world, it is February 3rd. So I wanted to talk a little bit today about sort of a more broader abstract topic. I know I've talked a lot about trauma specifically and healing from the symptomology, but I think that we need to take a sky view, as a friend of mine says, and zoom out a little bit and really look at how we can reevaluate where we're at, especially after being at Standing Rock. And I think that part of this path of seeking, which in many ways has led many different people to a path of exploring spirituality, learning about ourselves, going into ceremonies. The idea is to really understand who we are and what we're here for. And the truth is that every single person on this earth has something to offer. But a lot of times we grow up in a society that doesn't make it clear to us where we can contribute and what the best way to do that is. And it's an ongoing process, and I think we all will evolve during our lives as we try to figure out what our gift is and how we can share it in the best way. But it's really up to us, and we have to start with ourselves. Lao Tzu says that in order to heal the world, we have to heal ourselves first. And I think that being at Standing Rock really helped a lot of us to understand how we could heal in the form of community and how we could stand up for something else, being the water and the earth and the people. But I think that right now, those of us who especially are trying to understand where we fit in and what we do now and how to reintegrate into our lives, is we really have to understand what we stand for within ourselves. And trauma, in a way, is something that disorients us, and it makes us feel no longer grounded and secure in really what we are meant for. You know, when we're in a traumatic situation, it means that something overwhelmed us in that moment, and sometimes it made us feel helpless. And this whole situation, you know, with what's going on in the United States right now, can help make us feel hopeless also. And that darkness is really what we are trying to overcome. You know, we each have darkness within us, and facing that is an important part for each one of us. I had a conversation with the water protector that is actually here with me now, and she was reminding me that the black snake is within all of us. You know, the black snake is a piece of each of us that is all of those things that we don't support, that power, that greed, misusing and wasting resources. So we have to each in tandem face our darkness and then also find our light and really understand what we're here for and what we can do. And I think that Standing Rock gave all of us a sense of purpose. You know, it gave us a reason to get up and a clear thing that we were fighting for. And when we go back into our daily lives, that might not be so clear, but the thing is, each one of us is already made to address a certain topic. I had the opportunity to sit in a women's circle the other day, and it struck me how for many of us, it was a traumatic experience that really kind of shook us up. And as we went through our own healing and recovery process, it helped us understand what exactly we want to help the world with. And very often things that we personally have overcome and gone through are things that we can help other people to work on. So for example, just telling my own personal story, when I was 18 years old, I was in an abusive relationship. And now helping people to understand and heal from abusive relationships is a huge passion of mine. And so I think that that's a way that we can look at, you know, what did we experience at Standing Rock or in other times in our lives that maybe are causing these symptoms of trauma that I've mentioned, and really understand how in making meaning of it and understanding it and reflecting and watching our own growth process, can we then turn around and offer that as a medicine to someone else, right? So for example, if someone went through a really tough adolescence, maybe reaching out and working with adolescents now is part of their purpose and that meaning, and actually getting involved in that can help reduce the trauma that they experienced from it. A lot of people find, you know, recovery and healing through the creative process, through being artists, making music, dance, and really, you know, taking something that hurt us and re-sculpting it into something that makes us stronger. And so I think that taking that responsibility for ourselves is really important. And I think especially for people still at camp, really tune in with yourself and try to identify what do you stand for and how can you make the best difference in the world with what you have and where you are. I know there's some chaos going on site, and people are having different ideas about what the best way to stand is. And so just be really clear in what your specific role is, and reach out to people in your community, you know, people that you met at camp or in your home community. Maybe you can get together and make a project where you are. Maybe people can, you know, share the values of Standing Rock, such as honoring the earth and protecting the water, and create something where you are so that you don't really feel alone or lost, but you have that something sparking you, you know, to really be active again. So I think that also doing any kind of process of healing, whether it be therapy or yoga or a sweat lodge experience, it can really bring you into an ability to see yourself in your wholeness and see the parts of yourself that maybe are harder to sit with. But that's how we grow, and that's how we learn. And so I think that that's just important for each of us to work on cultivating that within ourselves, because as we each find our own power and do our own healing, our whole community is going to be that much stronger. Thank you.